But no, all the high rise stuff is $250,000.
Right.
All the lofts are gone.
Right.
All the houses
It's
are
all
dilapidated.
Hipsterville. Yep.
Where are you going to go? It's a novel idea. It's a novel concept. I'm not poo-pooing it.
They're going to move in 16-mile and Crooks and Troy's. We're going to move.
Right.
No, but if it's Detroit, like again, logistics. I want to know logistics. Like, Mr. India guy is probably thinking the same thing. Like, hey, I got a job in Detroit. Wait, where am I going to go? Where am I going to live? Where am I going to poop? I need to know these things. No, shouldn't he know? Again, I want to know. Again, you can. And okay. And then let me take a step back.
Like I said, this is a fascinating bar conversation. I don't see it being implemented very.
And I like Snyder. You know why I like Snyder? Because he pisses off both ends of the political spectrum.
Because
he's actually getting things done.
No, I think it's genius that both sides hate him.
Because he interrupted us once and thought that we ran shifting gears.
He was smaller than I thought he was. I thought he was like a
oh, he's
big,
a wee little man.
Oh yeah, I thought he was like big 6'2". Like no.
Dude, he's like smaller than you, dude.
That's pretty smart.
He's looking at Jeff, not me.
That's great radio, Dave.
So every now and then we need IP cams in here just for moments like that.
Actually, yeah.
Is it that? Are we that desperate where we can't attract / grow talent here, where we have to bring 50,000 people from
40,000
semantics, 40,000 people into the city? I mean, and then the tax base. Do you know what it is? Okay, can we take another step back? Do you know, at a $100,000 house, do you know what the taxes are in this city?
Way too much.
It's like Birmingham taxes.
Oh, yeah.
And you get nothing for it.
Well, because who was, what's his name?
Homeowners insurance is like...
What's the new mayor's name? Dugan.
Was
just like rolling out his new tax assessment.
Yeah, like 20% less. But like, homeowners insurance is like 20x my house.
Well, and why wouldn't it be?
Right. Car insurance is going to be 3-4x my house.
Why wouldn't it be?
Because the whole point of insurance, it's not where you are. You're supposed to take everything and flatten it out, aren't you? That's the whole point of it?
No, because that's what actuarial tables are for, is to figure out probability and statistics of risk.
But why can't you bundle it where it's like in the middle of Podunk that you pay the same as you do in Detroit? It's just like shipping a car. Isn't shipping a car the same?
So you're saying make it all relative?
Well, no. If you
he's saying making it all. When the hell did you become a liberal that everybody needs to pay the same rate?
That's not liberal.
That is absolute. That is 100% anti-liberal. Making everything a flat. That is 100% conservative.
That's libertarian. Yeah.
No, that's 100%.
Make it equal for everybody, man.
But isn't that when you buy a car?
You're missing the point, Dave.
If you buy a car in Kansas, the shipping's the same as it is in Detroit, even though it's built here.
Right.
The same principles apply. Insurance should be the same no matter what, because the company's insuring 1 million people. You got 1 million divided by 100 times 100. That's what you pay, and then. But if you live in a war zone, though, why should you pay? Like everyone's going to move away from where you got to pay the most.
Duh. That's how that works.
Then you lose all your tax base, and you lose all your.
But it's like credit risk profile. That's like saying that credit card companies should give everybody the same interest rate, should give everybody the same payment.
No, because that's not personal payment. If I don't get robbed, if I live in Detroit, I didn't get robbed yet. Why should I pay more? Because I didn't get robbed yet.
But the probability is more likely that you will.
Probability, schmobability.
That's what actuarial tables are for, dude.
No, I know, but
that's the problem. If you're choosing to live in that high risk area, you're going to end up paying more. That's the unfortunate part.
They're getting a job and they're getting a house. They didn't choose there.
They're not getting anything.
They got chose to live there.
No, they're getting.
And now they're getting the and the hoo.
They're getting the promise of a job, and they're saying, "Oh, by the way, you need to find a place to live." That's what it is, and that's why it's never going to happen.
It's fail. Got fail written all over it.
Right.
Looks good on paper.
That's why I said. I mean, he was doing that.
He's not a politician, though. So when he says stuff, I kind of take it at its word because he's not trying to play sides or play up.
It's a business play to drum up interest and competition mindset for this area. That's exactly what it is.
True.
It's getting people to talk about it like we are.
Do you think someone that's not going to get it today is going to see that and go, "Oh, I better get off my couch and go learn coding"? No.
No, because that'll be the same person that'll sit there with the South Park James mentality.
They just want to complain about it. They don't want to do anything about it.
But Bob, you know what? That person, it doesn't matter what. And you could say, here's a job for you, but oh, by the way, you're going to have to learn .NET. That one person that you're telling that to, if they're of that mindset, they're going, I have to learn .NET.
You know how much I've learned from the entitlement?
I would not want to hire that person anyways.
No, I know. You know how much I've learned from the entitlement class like the kids coming up from Reddit.
Right.
When people complain about like corporate profits, and my line, my canned line is always start your own company. Charge what you want, pay people what you want, and they go,
see how far you get.
No, and then I get these paragraphs written like, well, it's too hard to break in because there's already big corporations and they got things blocked and the legal system, and they got all these excuses why.
Right.
Like
it's a defeatist mentality.
It's complete, and I go, excuses. You already failed.
Yep.
And then I'm the bad guy,
keeping us down, man.
That's right.
Right. Like, you can't start a company without capital.
Corporate people.
No, you can't start a company without capital. And I'm like, well, service business, you can start without capital. You can go clean people's houses. You can go cut grass. You know what I mean? You got to start somewhere.
Did you ever see the movie Dr. Detroit? Work it.
I haven't seen it in so long.
The typical overnight success takes 10 years.
Yeah. But again, all the commercial, the Dell commercial with all the companies that started out of the garage,
right?
They didn't have any capital. They started.
That's a great commercial.
It's a phenomenal commercial, but it rings so true.
Absolutely.
And if they would have said there, it's never going to work, man. We're just going to give up.
But for as cool as that commercial is, and for as popular as it is, it falls on deaf ears on mentality.
It does. It does.
Millennial.
Oh, that's just back in those days. These days are different, man.
Yeah. Right.
We coming up on a break. This is the IT and the D show.
Are you serious? Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
We'll be right back, Jeff.
Be right back.
There you go.
There.
Good boy.
Forget the glass, Woodhouse. Just give me the pitcher. For I am a sinner in the hands of an angry God. Bloody Mary, full of vodka, blessed are you among cocktails. Pray for me now, and at the hour of my death, which I hope is soon. Amen.
Josie's on a vacation far away. Come around and talk it over. So many things.
This is the IT in the D, only on rawradiox.com.
Was that the Hooters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awful name for a band.
Not really.
Welcome back.
Be a great name for a bar, though.
This is the no doubt. This is the Antarctica episode here at IT and the D. episode 27. You know what?
I did promise somebody on the Raw Radio X page this morning that we wouldn't bitch about the weather because that's.
We're not complaining.
Why?
No, I still.
We live in Michigan for crying out loud.
I still haven't worn gloves or a hat.
That's the clip I need to grab.
That is the clip. Do you have a hat? No. Do you have gloves? No. Do you have a scarf? No. Do you have earmuffs? No.
Do you have a scraper? No.
Do you have a scraper? No.
How long? My whole life. You're an idiot.
Hey, I use an umbrella to scrape the ice off my car.
We have a new show motto written by our very own Billy Sauter. He gave us a tweet during the break. Jeff?
The show about everything and nothing.
Go ahead.
Listening to the ramblings of the IT and the D show.
I think we need to get him in here to record that, and that's going to be the intro.
That would be awesome.
And then Karen saying, I miss my Monday meat stick. That's, you need to put that in the intro somewhere.
I miss my Monday meat stick.
There you go.
There
Clean
you go.
version. So this is, like I said, this is episode 27.
I did shoot her a text earlier, and I asked her. I said, will our meat sticks be enough for you tonight, or do you need pizza again? So.
Oh my god!
Unfortunately, the meat.
So apparently the pizza's here, so we knew that answer.
We get like 10 Slim Jims. They're like $1.50 a piece, or we get like $8 pizza, and yeah, I don't see the point anymore.
Yeah.
Did you even get Slim Jims?
Yeah.
Oh, you did.
There you did. I didn't even notice them sitting there.
Yeah, I didn't either. So we're talking about where the hell to live in Detroit, and
Which brings us to the IT and the D house.
Excuse me, sir. Is this the IT and the D house?
Sure, come on in. But we're intrigued by this. Who's throwing this, or who's doing this?
It's called Write a House. WRITE.
Yeah, but who's behind
house.
it?
I have no idea.
Who owned the Write a House?
Who owned the Write a House?
Have you heard about this, Garrett?
No.
Where basically, sorry, caught you with your mouth full.
Yeah.
So,
Bump.
Yeah, no. Basically, if you're a writer, they want to improve the arts in downtown Detroit, and so if you're a writer, they will basically You apply to this foundation.
But
Whoever
what
happens
does
to be
rating have to do with the
foundation.
arts?
Is this going to be
Oh,
another one of those things where like the house turns into like an art project where it's like, what was that thing called? The
Heidelberg?
Heidelberg.
We
Oh,
talked
please,
about this
no.
on your show once before.
No, this just came out today.
No, this is new.
Yeah, no, this is like brand new. Yeah,
We talked about Heidelberg.
we
but not
talked about
this.
Heidelberg.
No, I thought we talked about that they want to put houses for writers. They want to refurbish the houses for the writers in Detroit, and then the writer can go live in the house.
We didn't talk about that.
Oh, that's old news.
That must have been the other show you like.
That must have been my show.
Well, maybe
Your other boyfriend.
Well, it's new stuff. It's new to us. So
But what does that do?
You
Is
three
it
are my
kind of
only
like
boyfriend.
it's kind of like a Yelp thing? Like if we give the Yelp writer free beer at our bar, he'll write nice things about us. Is that really what it boils down to? It's the power. Put the power of the pen.
Absolutely. So, but here, actually,
We'll give you free crap.
So you send the link out, and we're like, oh, we could have an IT in the D house.
yeah, we're writers. we could use
Sorta.
a house.
We have a blog.
Right.
No, we don't need a house. We need a frat house. Big difference.
And that's why I emailed back. I'm like, we totally old school that thing.
Oh yeah, yeah, the Tapa Kega Brew sign on the side of the house.
I don't even know. You know what?
Fish tank
Could
breasts.
we name it the Dexter Lake Club?
Oh, we could.
You're my boy, Blue.
Well, but no, it's actually speaking of Yelp and actually lightly touching on the topic from the last segment when we were yakking about the whole moving to Detroit thing, and even with this, so there's a guy on the Yelp forum who basically posted out in the Yelp Detroit talk section, hey, I'm an IT worker in San Diego. I'm tired of basically not making enough money and paying ridiculous rents and all that kind of stuff. What's Detroit like for the IT market? What's the scoop?
Come on in.
Hot and heavy.
Well, no. So you've got basically a vast majority of dolts that are chiming in with the usual, Detroit sucks. Don't come to Detroit.
Yeah, never been here.
Right. And then
Right.
I'm like, dude, look, here's my group. This is what we are. This is what we do. By all means, get me a resume. Let me know when you're coming out.
This is Detroit. This is what we do.
This is what we do. Right. And so
We're going to talk about positive things, man.
yeah, we can talk about the positive.
Only on one day, though.
So he's planning on, and laughably, he's planning on coming out here to be here at our March 13th event.
Oh, excellent.
So, yeah.
I mean, considering from San Diego, you want a 2,000 square foot house? That'll be $1 million, please.
Right.
You come here, you can buy the whole damn block. Someone was talking about that, and I think this is
build your own New Jack City.
no. Think about that. If you could,
Can we isolate that?
can you buy a whole block and then build a castle, like 10-story castle,
Didn't the houses used to be castles back in the day?
like legit castle on a whole city block?
Right.
Let's do it.
Can I get a moat?
Put a moat around it and like have a self-contained, like I want my own butcher shop. I'll hire some German guy to be like my own
Wasn't
butcher.
this a Family Guy episode?
Was it?
Yeah, we did Peter create his own.
I banned Family Guy
This is one of the first. That was one of the first year's episodes, though.
Years ago?
Oh yeah, where Peter created it. Like he decided he was going to secede from the United States and created his own country.
That's nice.
I do remember that.
Back when it used to be good.
Right.
But so how many houses are they giving out? Just one?
No, there's a whole.
Is this a
realm
contest?
of them? No, there was apparently.
Is
more
it like a turd house that you have to put 30 grand in, or is it like a house?
A house.
like you in my house now?
House.
What?
Are you dropping that junk?
Here's your brand new house and a sledgehammer and a hard hat. Have fun.
No, but
By the
seriously,
way, you don't have any copper.
again, logistics, right? I'm going to put cabinets in copper, and then it's going to be gone tomorrow, and then oh poop, I'm moving back to Warren. Like, what's the logistics? Like, do they give you like a done house?
I have no idea. Dude, you're the one that shot out the link to the
form.
article.
And I filled the form out. I didn't read it though. It was like writer's free house sold. Just send it to
Yeah,
guys.
every end user license agreement ever. I didn't read it. I just signed it. I clicked agree and off.
Just
we go.
don't tell them about the last 2 pages of our agreement.
Right.
I thought it was going to be an Indian village. You put me on 6 in Gratiot. Like, hate you.
How'd I wind up? What's Starvin' Marvin's? What? And who's George Cushingberry?
There was you remember I shot you the link about the
Why is there
bar
a
for
joint
sale
in
in
the back seat?
Rochester? Like third one down was like Starvin' Marvin sold.
Really?
Hey, I'm traffic. We missed it. So
I got accused of working there.
Really?
accused or did?
Accused.
Does that mean you did?
I did not work there, but when I lived in Hamtramck, there's a Family Dollar across the street from the Starvin' Marvin's. And I stopped there instead of the Family Dollar at Joseph Campo and Holbrook. And I was dressed in my tights and my skirts like I usually am. And the young man...
Pretty much your standard uniform.
My standard uniform, yes. And the man who was ringing up my items was like, where you work at? I'm like, rawradiox.com. He's like, oh, you don't work across the street? I said, no, most certainly not. So we called him on the show.
Of course you did.
Then you get can I get a price check on this? $1. How about this? $1. How much does this cost? $1.
It had nothing to do with the fact that she was in the Family Dollar buying whipped cream, rope, a lawn chair.